Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 2 of the Minecraft Calculator. In this episode I'm going to be teaching you how to convert from decimal to binary and back from binary to decimal. Alright, so let's get started. So let's say you have some number, say 4, and we want to convert that to binary. So what you want to do is divide 4 by 2 and keep on dividing by 2 until the quotient you get is 0. But keep in mind that every time we divide it by 2, we have to keep track of the remainders that we get. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So let's get right to it. So we do 4 divided by 2. That's going to be equal to 2 with the remainder of 0. Now if we take 2 and divide it by 2, that's going to give us a quotient of 1 with the remainder of 0. And if we take 1 and divide that by 2, we'll get a quotient of 0 with the remainder of 1. Now, here's the next important step. So what we want to do is take the remainders in reversed order and write them out like this. 1, 0, 0. And this is equivalent to 4 in binary. Now, some of you might be wondering how does this even look like 4? Well, I'll show you how. First, what you want to do is take the last digit, take the last digit, 0, and multiply it by 2 and raise it to a power of 0. So you always have to start out with 2 to the power of 0. And you will start with the last place value. Then you add the next place value, which would be 0 times 2 to the first power, plus 0 times, not 0. This would be 1 times 2 to the second power. And this would be 0, 0, and this would be 4. And if you take the sum of that, that's just going to give you 4 and 4. So that proves that 100 in the base 2 is equivalent to 4 in the base 10. Let's see a couple other examples just to be sure. So let's take the number 126. Let's divide that by 2, and that's going to give us 63. Remainder of 0. 63 divided by 2 is going to be equal to 31, remainder of 1. 31 divided by 2 is going to give us 15 with a remainder of 1. 15 divided by 2 is going to give us 7 with the remainder of 1. 7 divided by 2 is going to be equal to 3 with a remainder of 1. 3 divided by 2 is going to be equal to 1 with a remainder of 1. And 1 divided by 2 is going to be equal to 0 with a remainder of 1. And if you take these numbers in, the remainders in reverse order, the number you'll get is, let me count this first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones and 1 0. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. And that's equivalent to the number we wanted to get, which was 126. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 in the base 2 is equivalent to 126 in the base 10, which is the decimal system that we already know. And you'll find that if we convert back, we'll get back 126. 0 times 2 to the 0 plus 1 times 2 to the first plus 1 times 2 to the second plus 1 times 2 to the third plus 1 times 2 to the fourth plus 1 times 2 to the fifth plus 1 times 2 to the sixth. So this one's 0. This would be equal to 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 and plus 64. So this would give us 96, this would give us 24, this would give us 6, and 30, and 30 plus 96 is equivalent to 126. So that proves that this method works. So whenever you want to convert from decimal to binary, just keep dividing by 2 until you get a quotient of 0. And take the remainders in reverse order, and that will be the binary form of the decimal number you're trying to convert. And if you want to convert from binary to decimal, you just take the last digit in the binary number and work your way all the way to the left, and you multiply the last digit first by 2 to the 0 power, the next digit by 2 to the 1 power, and so on. So it's simple enough. And that's all I'm going to show for this episode. In the next episode, I'm going to show how to add binary numbers. It's going to be extremely important for our calculators, since we need to know how to add binary numbers in order to, be able to calculate anything for that matter. So, it's going to be strange the way adding binary numbers work, but you'll get the hang of it. Anyways, if you found this helpful, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.